Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 Part 137. In this part of the video segment, I just made my decision. During the last 2 weeks of the challenge from Suzuka Circuit in the Sunday Cup Classic and Suzuka Circuit for the European Clubman Cup 600. This will have to go for only 2 races as an encore, plus one that I just never been participate to be at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca for the Japanese Clubman Cup 550. But I'll have to get down to it and see how it goes for only one matter to have a classic road car, plus a German all-wheel drive sports car, and the 9th generation Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution MR 2006. Up to Suzuka Circuit and due for the encore on race number 1 in Sunday Cup Classic. But you know the vehicle about the Renault R4 GTL 1985 is about to be set and good to go because 3 laps plus only 3 hairpins and slight corners that you know the drill. Old fashioned does to have a matter of new tricks and skills. So it'll have to be well preferred to have some parts will be required before enter to have the latest newest additional as well. Got to get myself ready up since I just already finished from the weekly challenges for only 2 weeks in a row. Just only differently, but it'll have to go for an encore that I just really love to enjoy. Let's proceed to the race menu, and here we have Arthur Mosso for the reintroduction. I'm Arthur Mosso from Brazil. The Renault R4 I'll be riding in today is an international bestseller. A versatile economy car, it is considered to be the world's first hatchback. Released in 1961, its 30-year-plus production run netted more than 8 million units in sales. Sounds very good, understandable, and about the history for the Renault R4 GTL just actually to be made by millions of vehicles during the 1980s. But the settings will have to get some tune preparation to have the main updated to go by sports medium, followed by fully customized suspension, LSD, full control computer, transmission, check, supercharger to be fitted on high RPM in turbocharger along with racing intercooler. Clutch and flywheel on racing check. Now, this will have to take a good calculate performance to be at 359.40 performance point. Time to go for only one content replay required and starting out in 12th place. I'll have to be preferred to use to the interior view before giving a good old-fashioned racing to be on the main course. Here comes the first turn. Got to go on a slow offense, then overtake the batter. Moving to the 11, got to go clean pass on Esilon, followed by Adam Tapai. Just magnificent and very good classic road car to be designed in France. Very perfectly to have a basic road car that you guys really might need to try it out to be prior to the Osage Village on the reverse direction. But here comes the third hairpin. Got to go outside. Let Lucas Brunelli to go first. Then I'll have to go overtake on Arthur. Same Renault R4. Now go past on Arthur Ruggi. Just drive well and give it a good French vibe. That's more like it. In about 10 seconds to catch up to Ed Pakendent. Moving on in lap number 2. Gonna have to go wide open turn on the first hairpin. Overtake Basilio Gallo in the Giulia Sprint GT Veloci. Now for the same car, gonna have to go decent concentration and stay behind to the same Giulia. 8 seconds to go, got to keep moving and give it a FF drivetrain to do some understeer. Just like that, viewers, if anything happens, just one extra part will give it a little more boost to get there, to be climbing up in the first position as your main goal. But in about 4.2 seconds remaining, got to stay forward on the short straightaway, then overtake Kylian Drummond. Elim is on the second in the Volkswagen Golf GTI first generation. Alright, that's good. Final lap. It's only just me and Ed Pagadet. Just give that Renault R4 to stay focusing on second, then go offense in first place by having a good procedure by the pass. Got to go commit slowly and just find a good line on the inside. Alright, sector 1 clear. Now gonna have to take 2 more sectors to go. The Golf 1 GTI is on the second. Very good. Now gonna have to keep a good smooth driving skill. Formula 1 Classic might be a very good capable to be driving in an FF drivetrain vehicle to have a good suitable family hatchback car designed from France. Very much more servant of the Challenger, and very yet of course to be serving on a special event as well. But good thing that we just already finished once, and I just really loved it, to be well enjoyed and see some good specific theme livery variation to have the same car. But there you go, folks. First place and cleared to be classic podium. But it was alright. But it was a lot of fun out there, as much more enjoyable to see it. But after all, classic cars are very much more decent to be basic, just like the standard version to go by introduction for the first 3 races. Here on the main result outcome, they have 3 minutes, 58.46 seconds, and faster lap time I took is 1 minute, 18.269 seconds in lap number 2. That's one check mark is now being finished in the segment. Gonna have to go by clean race bonus by the double in 37,500 Gran Turismo credits. Piece of cake and replay to be adding up to have some very good scene on the view. Just give me one moment, and I just really needed to have one diary picture perfect. Perhaps that part of the scene might be a very good view of the position to go there. Just had to wait and capture this thumbnail image right next to the Citroen DS21 Palace. It's all good. Now, gonna save a replay before moving on to Suzuka Circuit for the European Clubman Cup 600 on race number 2. But it'll have to do one duration to go by reduced amount after I just finishing from the Group 1 prototype series at Grand Valley Highway 1. Hard work and taking a lot of stress for myself that I just really deserve to have a free time. But this will have to take the second time, as I have to go with the 2009 Audi TTS Coupe in the red color that I just purchased from the Brand Central. But everything's all set, and go by preparation to have some main parts on the setting sheet in one. So I got the Sports Soft compound tires is checked, suspension is fully customized, check, LSD is now being fully customized, close ratio on the transmission to go in high, full control computer is checked. But in the meantime, just to have anti-lag system to go by high, but it'll have to stay in fully well equipped to be set into strong. Calculate performance to be at 610.6, low RPM is good to be well equipped in place, racing ill filter, muffler on normal, and exhaust manifold in racing, followed by brake pads is now being double on the racing. just to have some proper engine tuning or bodywork, but you had to do by both that you had to go by install by 3 stages, and different parts must be installed will be compatible when using the 2009 TTS Coupe. But the racing is now being set on clutch and flywheel to be double checked, and let's do it. I'm so very thrilled and have a new contender to see how the 2009 as the second generation to face up with the Giulia GTA M. But I know Baulio Gallo could be quite giving a good choice to be racing up since the Nürburgring Nordschnee when I was using the Jaguar F-Type R Coupe 2014 with my Total Drama OC Lexia. Those are the good times, and it was a pulse-pounding racing to be racing up on the green hell. Alright, looks like Busnelli is here to have one tip of the interaction about the Audi TTS Coupe 2009. I'm Marco Busnelli from Italy. Today, I'll be driving the Audi TTS Coupe. The Audi TT takes its name from the Tourist Trophy, a European race known for its demanding course. Introduced in 1998, the first-gen Audi TT won fans the world over for its unique design. The car was penned by none other than the great Freeman Thomas. This TTS I'll be riding in was released in 2008, and it belongs to the second generation lineup. Alright, Marco Busnelli is very much more understandable about the second generation, which is considered as a 2009, but very original to be designed in 2008. Just like the first generation to be introduced in 1998, and the third generation, which is to be debuted by release in 2014. I'll have to be careful because mastering the TTS Coupe 2009 might be a very more interesting handling to go for only a counter steering to have a full effect. So I'll have to do my best and give it what for to have the first corner we'll have to take the first step. Got to stay behind on the first generation Audi TTS, going forward in position 19, then earlier on the 18 by passing the 3.2 Quattro. Okay, looks like it's going well to have a progress. Just have to take some few other compact cars to go around, like the Renault Clio B6 24B, Volkswagen Scirocco R, and the Renault Megane Trophy RS. Kind of think of it, it could be quite very excellent and very much more fine modern day vehicle to be quite giving a vintage of style of nostalgia in the 21st century. But it still have a form of the modern tech is giving a good usage to this day for the Audi TTS Coupe as a 2009. Just like playing Gran Turismo 5 and Gran Turismo 6, however, it still does remain to have the matter of pattern to go for only one good best of the debut will be coming back as the main possible due to the early of the late February 2024 update. What I kind of liked about the TTS Coupe 2009 is very much more fine second generation, just like the third generation to the same TTS Coupe. But it might have to go for only a matter of standard improved and turned update. Many other Gran Turismo players know about the 2009 model to this TTS Coupe compared to the 2024 model as a third generation. But it'll have to take many tests and go with some new cars to be serving as challengers. So everything is going in progress. Got to stay behind on the Alfa Romeo 4C 2014. Coming around on the Castillo Triangle. Got to overtake. Go past on Lucas Ordonez in the Porsche 911 Turbo Type 930. Okay, the Ferrari Testarossa is here. Moving on to the 9, then catching up to Baulio Gallo in the 2020 Giulia GTA M. See what I mean? Try not to lose that grip, because it needs to have a counter steering to avoid taking too much understeer. But that would be a bad idea because mastering the TTS Coupe is all about to have a decent skill of concentration to have some certain parts, or especially to be adding up to have a high ratio transmission gear to be purposed in good use. Now coming in on Sector 2, got to overtake Valio Gallo's position, and he is still going faster on the offense. He's just already passed the BMW C8. Got to follow him. Just avoid a contact and keep a good, clean, decent effort. Alright, the progress is doing well. Still in the middle of lap number 2. But unfortunately, it could be a very tough commit to be overtake on the Giulia GT-AM. Is much impossible to see some different European road cars. Just gonna have to do the map and just do some research about the strategy on how to beat the Giulia GT-AM 2020 in European Clubman Cup 600. That's why any other racetrack in one event, include the Nürburgring Nordschleife, is very much more far tougher and very difficult. Okay, got a good eye on Marco Busnelli that I just already overtake his position to go moving up on the 4th. This should do the trick. Now going back to the Castillo Triangle, just have to keep a good step and keep a good control in the all-wheel drive position. Fast Speed Fury Boys is in 2 minutes, 26.966 seconds until I just beat placed by 2 minutes, 22.833 seconds. Final lap, this is it. Just only 3 more to go. I saw the TBR Tuscan Speed 6 and Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary. I had to think about it because the strategy will have to take one car overtake at a time. Come on, get the 2nd gen TTS in. Moving on the dirt, now for the TBR. Just stay on it and just go exit on the S curves in Sector 2. Okay, just had to take one single contact to be avoided. Come on, it takes attempts by commit just to avoid any contact to coming around side by side. Okay, there we go. Now for the hairpin on turn 11 for only 3.1 seconds to go. I'm just really gonna have to catch up to the Mercedes AMG to be in the 1st position until this 2nd gen will have to be moving up on the 1st. Just have to think hard and think strategy, but don't get too much stressful, you guys. That's why practice will have to take a good matter of experience when new cars during the month of the content update. Almost there to Baspibir Forest. I'll have to take the left and go past on the main position to get there, and I'm in the lead. Okay, there we go. Just have to take that Castillo Triangle, and this will be doing Encore number 2 is being done and done. And voila! 2nd generation Audi TTS is cleared on the podium. That's more like it, and very good parts improved, and very capable on the high ratio transmission to be well tested. But you know, you guys really think about the Audi TTS 2009 is very good and parts required. Just like the 1st and 3rd generation, might need to give it a go. So I just took 7 minutes 2.183 seconds, and faster lap time I took on number 3 is 2 minutes 20.384 seconds. Very much more excellent, and takes several attempts and brainstorming to go by having one race with a clean bonus by 90,000 GT credits. And there you go. Total distance on driving marathon in today is 236.3 miles. Wow. Talk about having a lack of endurance and hard work of practice to go by every attempt by attempt. Now, just have to think about it, and I'll have to go by a replay to be doing a moment on capture replay image. But this will do just perfect on the red. Gonna have to go exit and saved. With Sunday Cup Classic and European Clubman Cup 600 during the February 2024 update is now being checked and already done. So it'll have to be ready to go to Americas at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca for race number 3 in Japanese Clubman Cup 550. But right on time and go available in today's weekly challenges to have the next one ever yet to be well prepared. So I still got my UDRS Insportec livery on the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9 MR GSR 2006 that I just already took and finished from the lap time challenge at Rebel Ring. Only one session and good perfect on the goal. Suggested performance point is now being stationed on 550. I bet if there's going to be another opponent to be using with the same Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9, that will be a very good perfect idea to have this main segment to go for the final race and finish in 3rd place or higher on weekly challenges to be set, and prior to be having a main part to be going participate, plus a special event at Daytona International Speedway on road course for the Plymouth Superbird. But I'll be looking forward to it, and that might be giving a one good excellent livery surprise as a Richard Petty known as the King. And here we have Mizuno for only one tip of the interaction. Let's give him a warm welcome. I'm Mizuno Koki from Japan. I'm really excited to be riding in this car today. It's just not any Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9, but the MR version, the Mitsubishi Racing model. Fitted with a turbocharger, upgraded suspension, and plethora of aerodynamic parts. It offers better acceleration and cornering performance than the base model. Once you get behind the wheel, you can tell straight away just how special it is. It's been a fine honor to meet you, Mizuno, and of course, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9 MR GSR is very more special to be well indeed, and very perfect as a JDM tuner car to be perfectly on the track. So one more thing to have the car settings is now being good to go. So I have 595.55 performance point to have some parts with fully customized suspension, LSD, torque vectoring center differential, racing category on fully customizable except the racing control computer, followed by anti-lag system is being equipped, set, and required to be on strong. But there you go. Update adjusted on 596.77 to be added with a medium turbocharged RPM. Plus to have some intake exhaust that you guys really might need to pause this. So good to go, and let's do it for only one more race in this segment, and then car collection on board will be waiting for me. Let's get it on and drive well to have this most awesome Land Evo 9 ever yet. This could be very much more interesting to have the racing exhaust muffler to go for having a better sound. Got to stay behind on Baleo Gallo on the Adreni hairpin, then go to turn number 2. Got to master the line and keep a good torque on the all-wheel drive. There's T Yamanaka on the 10th position in the blue GR Supra RC 2020. Okay, very good. Watch out for the 8.6. Deruji is currently using it. Good call, and just have to go by Simulation 9. And there's I Brooks, Mitsubishi GTO Twin Turbo 1991. But of course, this race will be a very piece of cake, just like Grand Valley South. Already cleared by the corkscrew, then going down on turn number 9. Just to stay behind on the Sylvia S15 and GR86. That's more like it. Just let the GR86 go first, and I'll have to go clear opening on second. Moving to the 5th, lap number 2 enters. Okay, there's Adam Susquillo, always using the Nissan Bear Lady C. Slowing down to 8.2 seconds to go down in 7.4. Make that 7.1. Slide around on turn 3, just have to go, wait, patient, and gonna stay behind on Ryuta Kokubun in the RX-7. There we go. 2 more to go. Looks like I saw Mizuno in the same Land Evo 9. But you guys really think about the MR on the Land Evo 9 is very much more special to be initial title as Mitsubishi Racing. Just like the 2005 counterpart from Gran Turismo High Definition Concept and Gran Turismo 6. Very much more real card and specialty to be using on the track. But it still does matter. It could be quite giving a good proper tuning to be serving as a JDM icon every year to be driving on tuner spec version. Just like playing Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition to be using as a Land Evo 8. But this one, the Land Evo 9, is very quite amazing to be enjoyable to be driving on Japanese racing tracks. Including America, that would be quite very much more enjoyable. But here comes the final lap. This is it, and doing a stunning progress to be driving well in first place. Time to go defense and just bring my Land Evo 9 to go home. Just have to keep up the good torque, situated, and just go purpose of balance. But I can hardly wait to see how the Land Evo 9 might be ready to join the UDRS racing party for the custom race. I'm just getting warmed up and get started. Faster lap time I took recently is 1 minute, 41.874 seconds. Down I go to the corkscrew. Just have to take that good straight to be down to the left. Just wonderful and magnificent all-wheel drive turn. Okay, final stretch. Got to take that last turn and bring it to the podium. There we go. First check mark on the weekly challenges is complete. Now that's a tuner Land Evo 9 on the course. Very much more indeed to see some tuner cards to be entered on Asia Oceania Championship if you really might need to get this one to be available on Grand Central. or if possible just have to keep a good watchful eye out on the used car dealership to be available by purchase. So I just took 5 minutes, 5.238 seconds, and update on lap number 3. 1 minute, 39.382 seconds in the faster lap. Very much more all-time Japanese road car and everyone's most favorite Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 9 so far during the mid-2000s. 40,000 GT credits, but it'll have to be considered this as a main average. But there you go, 100,000 Gran Turismo credit on the ticket is now being received. But I can't wait to go buy Encore to have this one to be prior to tomorrow. Just have one thumbnail image to be captured, then quick exit, and saved. Well, it was a lot of fun out there to have 3 new race events on different titles on Sunday Cup Classic, Clubman Cup 550 for Japanese, and 600 for European. But Event Directory is now going back on track and being well placed to be at 100% again. But very much more fun and enjoyable to have some new races during the month of February to go by late and during the month in March. But hopefully, the next update in March that we have to keep a good watchful eye out if there might be a new course and new cars. But you guys really think about the cars might be very much more important to be needed, and the new racetrack as well. So it's about time to go to the extra menus and receive a roulette ticket to get 3 cars on the 1966 Ford GT40 Mark I, Ford GT 2006 as the first generation, and the second generation for the 2017 model. Let's receive the reward and get the 6-star roulette ticket to go down by the story. Congratulations! You collected all 3 cars. This completes your Ford GT collection. Once you collect your present, I got some stories to tell you about these cars. Le Mans Perfect. Beautiful, and that's how Ford GT always will compete to be racing at Le Mans to have a scenery of picture perfect. Collection Ford GT complete. 6-star roulette ticket is now being received. Then let's go to the narrative story about the Ford GT from the 1960s and the 21st century of today. The Ford GT is celebrated the world over as one of the greatest race cars in motorsports history. Here we have a 1960s original Ford GT Mark I and its second-gen successor. This is an incredible collection that is sure to be the envy of any serious gearhead. History buffs are surely aware of Ford's fascinating racing history. In 1901, company founder Henry Ford entered one of his cars in a US race, unexpectedly defeating his more successful rival. It was a brilliant show of endurance and speed that put Ford on the map in competition endurance racing. In the 1960s, Ford placed its focus on the Le Mans 24-hour race. After partnering with veteran British engineering firm Lola Cars, Ford established Ford Advanced Vehicles. In 1964, the company then unveiled a prototype race car called the Ford GT. Although it was developed to win at Le Mans, a mass production version was offered the following year. Then came to the GT Mark I, and its mere 40-inch height led to it named the GT40. An important contributor to the Ford GT Le Mans project was the legendary US race car driver and master automotive developer Carroll Shelby. With Shelby's help, an improved variant called the Mark II appeared in 1966. This car brought Ford a fabulous victory at Le Mans. Notably, that win not only used unseated Ferrari as a reigning Le Mans competition, but the GT40 did so in absolutely dominant fashion, finishing 1, 2, 3. From then until 1969, Ford introduced new variants and scored 4 consecutive Le Mans victories, securing its legacy in the annals of motorsport history. This legacy has continued into the 21st century, particularly in the form of this Ford GT introduced in 2005 to mark the company's centennial. It reimagined the beautiful tone of the 1960s GT40 with state-of-the-art technology. This second coming of a mid-engine Le Mans winners had a stunning design and awesome performance. But the legend of the Ford GT did not stop there, because a more evolved GT was unveiled in 2015. This new model competed in 2016 Le Mans, where it pulled off a stunning class victory. This achievement happened to mark the 50th anniversary of Ford's first Le Mans win. The Ford GT is a rare breed of sports car that shined on the world stage for more half a century. Beautiful, and that's how Ford GT always never give up on Le Mans. Very much more indeed to have the first, second, and third generation to the Ford GT just went together from the 20th century in around the 1960s. But very much more truthful, understandable, and very yet to be well special thanks to Carroll Shelby to have extra menu number 20 for the next part of the video. But it's all about Ford, and very much more fine fantastic to have the classic and 2 variants of the modern day vehicle to have the mid-engine layout for this day. But very much more fine and very inspirational to see the movie Ford vs Ferrari. But I kinda like about the movie because I just really want to see the rest of it, just like watching the movie Gran Turismo. But of course, when it comes to have racing in motorsports, that's why the movie production is all about based on a true story. So, this will have to take a time to go back to the GT Garage, and very much more thumbs up to have a 5-star rating about car collection on Ford GTs. Now for the reward challenge, this will have to take an optional part for this segment to have 22 gifts that I just received so far for only half a month. Let's do for only a 6-star roulette ticket on engine category. Let's open up and see which kind of engine should I have to pick. Give me something very much more high performance on Group 1 car or any kinds of racing class. But there you go. That might be a compatible vehicle on the Porsche 911 RSR Type 991 2017. But you know the guess. Retail price for only 325,000 GT credits. 5-star ticket coming up. Let's see. Give me a good high fortune of luck. 1 million. Okay. Modest and average. I'll take 100,000 Gran Turismo credits. Close enough. That's 52,404,047 credits. 4-star ticket coming up. Just keep working on and keep filling out roulette tickets. Just give me 1 car pick. Sweet. Toyota 86 GRMN 2016. That should be a very good fine car collection to be served by livery variation. That's another one in a row for only one same car. 64 collector points and store in garage. On to the 6-star roulette ticket, open up, and give me a 1 good high valuable prize. Give me an L of A. Nope, changed my mind. I'll have to take a 500,000 Gran Turismo credit to be on the main course and receive a good average prize. Almost to be at 53 million. I can hardly wait, just have to keep counting until I have to be reaching up on 100,000. But already did 100,000, I might be guessing to have 100 million credits. But so very close. One part received, and it's a titanium connecting rods and pistons. Using on the Aston Martin 177 2011. Alright, next roulette ticket on the number 5 star. Coming up. So close. So very close to get 1 million GT credits. I'll have to take another 100,000 to go by 53 million. Okay, looks like there might be some more roulette tickets available. I guess that should be it. So I'll have to wrap this up before ready to go for the next video, as I'm about to be taking on an historic sports car master before finishing up to have one last menu book on the GT Cafe. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for a notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeepNetArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. And don't forget to check out all of my screenshot images on UDRS Insportech, Vision Total Drama, and DreamArt Libre Style Dispenser presented by myself, Hyperion-Blue-GT, as you may ever welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.